Hey, how you doing? It's Khoa here. In this video, I just want to share with you my thoughts and ideas on how you can make more money in sales. So let's go. I've been working for this new company for the past 5 months. Been doing a lot of cold calling, doing a lot of warm calling. I've been doing a lot of presentations and pitching a lot of people. As a result of that, I've already made about $500,000 worth of sales already. So that's pretty good, pretty happy with that. And I know that I'm on track to making about over $1 million in sales over the next couple of months. So the transaction size of each of these products is worth about 100K, so that's the reason why it's a lot. Sometimes about 200K up to about 400K, and that's the thing, like only a few of them and then you can easily make a lot of money. So if you really want to learn how to make more money in sales, there's only really 2 ways to do it. Number 1 is that you need to increase your activity. And number 2 is you can increase your skill. So obviously you want to be reading books like, by Grant Cardone, Wolf of Wall Street, as many sales books as you can. You want to read books, take courses, go to workshops, is what you're doing right now, right? But the problem with that increasing your skill is that it takes time. It takes time to increase your skills. It takes time to practice, get better. It just takes time. So what else can you do to make more money in sales? Another way, which is number 1, which is activity. In regards to activity means you're making the phone calls. So let's say that out of 10 phone calls that you make, 10 sales calls that you make, you get 1 appointment. Okay, so that's your numbers there, that's your ratio, it's 10%. Now, if you really want to double that, if you want to get 2 appointments per day, how many phone calls do you have to make? You have to make 20 phone calls. There you go. That's the fastest way for you to make more money in sales, is to increase your activity. You have to increase your activity in order to make more sales. Ideally, obviously you want to increase activity and you want to continue learning. So you want to increase your learning, increasing your skills. Obviously it takes time, but as you're doing that, you want to increase your activity. So you want to take massive action. You want to be hitting the phones, making a lot of phone calls. You want to be logging how many phone calls you're making. You want to be tracking how many sales that you're getting. And you want to be working out your conversion rate. So your conversion rate really is the ratio in which how many sales do you get from the X amount of phone calls that you make. So once again, the example, if you make 100 phone calls and you get 10 sales, then that's 10%. If you get 1 sale, then that's 1%. And that's your ratio, and everyone starts with that ratio. Now let's say that you're an average salesperson, you might get 10%, which is fantastic. If you're an okay person, if you get a bit better, it might be 20%, and these numbers might not look too impressive, because 20%, well, what do you do, right? However, you can make a killing with 20%, even with 10%, even with 5%. If you're selling a 100K product, your conversion rate is 5%. If you're making 200 phone calls, then yeah, you just do the math. 5% conversion rate, you're going to get something there. So that's the thing is, and with the pros are probably going to be getting 30% conversion rate, and that's just the way it is. And so you might start off, you might get about 1% conversion rate, 10% conversion rate, whatever it is. I started off at 10%, and that's the thing. Like, just look at it as that's your conversion rate is 10%. How many phone calls do I need to make every day to get an appointment? So I figured out that my conversion rate is about 12.5%. And I figured that if I make 10 phone calls per day, I'm going to get 1 appointment. I'm going to get 1 demo. Out of 6 demos, I get 1 sale. That's what I figured out. Those are my numbers. If I were to make 60 phone calls, I would get 6 demos. Out of the 6 demos, I would get 1 sale. All I need to do to make money is to make 60 phone calls. That's it. That's all I need to do. So that's the whole thing, is that you need to figure out what your conversion rate is. And once you figure out your conversion rate, then you get to work on how many phone calls that you need to make every single day to hit those numbers. And it's actually really easy. Once you figure out what those numbers are, that's all it is. You just go ahead, just follow the plan, and the rest will just fall into place. And those are the 2 things. So in summary, well, that's all you need to do. You need to increase your activity, and number 2, you need to increase your skills. Get those 2 things right, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Make as many phone calls as you can every day. Track them. Find out what your conversion rate is. Also, while you're driving to work and driving back home, You want to be learning sales material, you want to be practicing, you want to be practicing in the car, you want to be listening how people handle themselves on the phone. And over time, this will just increase your conversion rate from 10% to 11% to 12%. Eventually you'll get to 20% conversion rate, then eventually you get to 30%, and you'll just be absolutely you'll be killing it in sales. So that's it. That's all you need to do to increase your sales, is those two things: activity and skill. I hope you like this video. I've got a lot more sales videos out there that help you increase your sales, become a better salesperson, close more deals, and make more money. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.